Welcome, seekers. You have made it to the Tarot Magicians channel. My name is Ricky, and today I bring you another pick a card tarot reading and oracle reading. And this pick a card is titled, Why Are You Seeing Signs? This reading is perfect for people who are seeing numbers. They keep numbers that keep repeating themselves, synchronicities, deja vu. If you're seeing certain colors or animals, right? And it seems like there's a pattern there. So more than likely the universe is trying to send you a message, and we will seek to find that message in today's reading. Now, in front of you, you have three groups, you have three doors. Each one of these doors, as you walk through them, is going to present you with a distinct message, okay? Now, you must pick one of these doors. If you're drawn to more than one, that's fine, but make sure that you are putting the biggest emphasis on the one that you are drawn to first. Now, we have here door number 1, we have here door number 2, and then finally we have door number 3. I am going to include the timestamps in the description below so that you can fast forward to your door. So go ahead, take a moment, select the door that calls to you the most, and I will see you at your door. Welcome, group number 1, to your pick a card reading. Now, you picked a very beautiful, beautiful door. It's more like a hallway, but a hallway that stretches to the door. But very beautiful, beautiful colors. Definitely, probably the one that I would have chosen. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what messages is the universe trying to send you. Why are these signs appearing? Why are they here? We're going to start with the oracle cards. The very first oracle card is going to be from the animal spirit, or the spirit animal oracle. I've already shuffled the oracle cards off camera just to save some time. So here is the card. Let's see. We've got dog spirit showing up here, group number 1. Dog spirit is here to tell you to be loyal to what you love. Interesting. Be loyal to what you love always. All right, I like that message. All right, now the second card is going to come from the Moonology Manifestation Oracle. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what message we get from this deck. Okay, first quarter moon in Cancer. So this message is very, very powerful for all you Cancers out there. Sun, moon, rising. Push through any insecurities. Okay, push through any insecurities is the message from this oracle. That follows a message of be loyal to what you love and make sure that you push through any insecurities. Very interesting. Okay. All right, now the third oracle card is from the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle deck. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what message we have here. Okay, we've got card number 17. Trust your faith. Dive into the unfolding journey. And a question to consider right now, group number 1, is what is your faith asking of you? Okay, so what is your faith asking of you? That follows the pushing through any insecurities, being loyal to what you love, trust your faith, dive into the unfolding journey. Wow. So this message is definitely a very special one for you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and reveal the final oracle card before we start with the tarot. This is from the Oracle of the Unicorns. Let's take a look and see what message we get from this unicorn. We have support. Ask for help. Get more rest. Nurture yourself. Interesting, huh? So a message of self-love, self-care, definitely, self-worth. So there's a strong message here of your goals, your projects, your ambitions. There's definitely a strong indication that you have to push through any kind of troubles that you're currently finding yourself in, or any, any troubles, right, that you are currently going through, because there seems to be some kind of light or some kind of gold at the end of this rainbow for you. And the only way for you to get that gold at the end of that rainbow is if you push through any of your troubles. I think that a lot of you, you doubt yourselves, you question yourselves. Maybe there's some kind of ambition that you have, or some kind of goal that you want to accomplish, but there's this lack of self-worth for some of you. Maybe you're telling yourself that this idea it's not going to come to fruition, or your goals are just too far-fetched for you to obtain them. But I think that what the cards are telling you, and what the universe is trying to tell you with all these signs that you're getting, is that you are going to be able to find victory. But you have to stick with it, right? The dog spirit came in strong. Be loyal to what you love. So whatever it is that you love, right? Whether this is a person, whether this is some kind of career, whether this is some kind of idea that you have, or business, whatever it is that you love, you have to be loyal to that thing. You can't, you can't expect for things to work out quite as you have seen if you don't essentially have some kind of loyalty towards that thing that you are saying that you love, or that you do love, right? So again, push through any insecurities. We have here the key word that just kind of shines: insecurity. Do a little homework, right? Do some self-assessment. What are you insecure about? Are you insecure about your looks? Are you insecure about where you are right now in life? Are you insecure about your accomplishments? What are you insecure about? Because if you're able to find your insecurity, then you're going to be able to find what you truly love, and what you need to push through, and how you need to push through it, right? And then we have a message of support. Beautiful message. Ask for help. Get more rest, and nurture yourself. These are all things that we forget to do, that we forget to essentially, prioritize. And I think that sometimes this is what's most important. And then trusting, right? Trust your faith. So a lot of you have faith in this person, this thing, this career, this job, this, whatever it may be. You have faith, okay, in this thing. So now it's up to you to dive into this thing, dive into the unfolding, dive into the journey. So what the cards are telling you is that you have to go on a journey of pushing through limitations, pushing through insecurities, being loyal to that journey, being loyal to the cause, finding what you truly love, and doing that. I think that maybe a lot of you are second guessing yourselves a little too much, and a lot of you want to do it yourself. You're DIY, right? You want to do it yourself, everything in life. You don't want to ask for help. But the cards are telling you that sometimes it's not wise to simply go at it alone. You have to ask for help. The necessary amount of help doesn't have to be a person that you know, or a family, or a friend. It could simply just be finding the right mentor or the right teacher, and being able to extract as much information from that person as possible, so that you can see it through. For others, I think that it might definitely be financial in nature. And the tarot is going to give us a little more information about this, but maybe it's something physical that you need to ask for, some physical support, something that you are requiring in order to fund your campaign, or fund your goals, fund your ambitions. So it definitely could be that, right? And maybe there's some insecurity there, so you don't want people to know that maybe you're struggling, or you don't want to be perceived as someone that's struggling. So that's very, very powerful. All right, let's go ahead and throw some tarot. This time around, we're going to use a different tarot deck, and I keep dropping the boxes. I'm so sorry. This time around, we're going to go ahead and use a different tarot. This is the Influence of the Angels tarot deck. I know that some of you like this deck. I really do love it. It's definitely one of my favorites. So we're going to use it for today. And what I want to do is a past, present, future spread. I just want the tarot to kind of give us an understanding of what is happening, what is transpiring. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's make space here for everything. Okay. And let's start. All right, so in the past, we've got the Queen of Cups showing up. We've got the Queen of Cups showing up in a past position. Okay. A little more information. Okay, Four of Swords. Presently, where are you at right now? Where are you at right now? Right now, right now, right now. Wow. And what is coming in the future? Okay. Whoa. Okay, group number 1. This is very interesting. Okay, this is very interesting. Comes with a bit of a warning here as well. But, you know, I like warnings because it's always good to know exactly what to avoid, you know, as you're moving forward in life. But anyways, what I am seeing here in the past is a representation of you. You know, we do have the Queen of Cups showing up. This is a queen who is a nurturer, a lover. I think that in many ways this is a representation of you, or it could for some of you be talking about a very influential person that you've gained knowledge from, you know, someone very, very, very special to you, that's showing up here in the past that you in some ways have learned from, to the point that maybe right now you are even acting on that, or you have become this person in some capacity. But anyways, what I am seeing with the Queen of Cups is you, right? You're someone who's emotionally stable, someone who just loves the arts, someone who understands some very interesting topics that other people just, you know, they can't see. Very loving person, right? Filled with love and care. Now, the fact that you've got the Four of Swords showing up tells me that emotionally, in the past, you were someone who was very stable, but there was some anxiety, right? For some reason, there's some anxiety here showing up in a past position. You've got the Four of Swords showing up, and this is the card of a peaceful mind. This is the card of rest. This is the card of relaxation. The fact that it's reversed tells me that in the past, you didn't have a lot of that relaxation. You didn't have that peaceful mindset. You were constantly maybe thinking, could be strategizing, but that strategy brought about a lot of, you know, mental insecurities, or not insecurities, but I would say some mental torment, right? It's like you want to fix this, you want to solve something, but you just don't know quite what needs to happen, and so you're constantly thinking. And you know, I think what happened here is that in so much thinking, you brought yourself a little bit of anxiety because you were constantly thinking of the future and what you wanted to accomplish. And the good thing about the past is that you were always able to kind of balance everything out with this beautiful energy of the Queen of Cups. So you kept it together very well. Even though a lot of anxiety was a part of your past, you kept it together very well because of this Queen of Cups. And now, in a present position, you have a very inviting card, group number 1. You've got the Ten of Pentacles, right? What this means is that you have everything that you need at your disposal. You have the resources, you have the people, you're positioned for victory at this moment in time. So nothing is lacking. Everything is available to you. And it's only going to increase even more. There's more in the future. There's more in the horizon. If you are only able to tap into this, right? So we go right back to the message of the oracles, right? Be loyal to what you love, trust your faith, push through any insecurities, ask for help, right? Nurture yourself, nurture your projects and ambitions. So all of those messages, you know, are essentially telling you that, hey, right now you're under this Ten of Pentacles energy. So you have an increase, you have access to resources, and you have the ability to potentially fund any kind of new business venture. Doesn't even have to be business. It can just be, you know, a venture, just a journey, just a travel, just something, some kind of project that you are trying to bring into existence. You have the energy, you have the resources, and you have the ability to move forward, right? But it's your insecurity that essentially keeps you kind of maybe in a bind. It just keeps you from taking that risk, from actually going and adventuring out into the unknown. And so I think that for some of you, you have become very complacent with where you are. Maybe there was an idea, there's a thought, there's a desire to accomplish something, and then you ended up getting a job, and now you've kind of put that idea or that thing that you wanted to do in the back burner. And some of you have even convinced yourself that it was silly or that it's not worth your time or energy. It's better to take the secure route. Job security is much more important. So a lot of you have kind of told yourselves that. And even though you don't love what you're doing, it provides you with that Ten of Pentacles energy, which is essentially an energy of security, right? Security coming from your community, security coming from your career, security coming from your job, or, it's just all around you. There's a sense of community and receiving from that community. And so you're comfortable there, right, with the Ten of Pentacles. You think that you don't really need much else. And so you're kind of waiting to see how this is going to shift and change. But in your waiting, you're missing out on other opportunities. You're missing out on what you truly love to do. And I think that maybe some of you have convinced yourself that it's because you are where you need to be or where you want to be. But really, you're not following through on your dreams and ambitions and goals because of some kind of insecurity. Maybe you're insecure of that idea and that goal and that vision. And so you think that if you sacrifice the present for that future, that things are not going to work out and everything's going to kind of fall apart. Or in order for you to actually be able to bring this idea, this ambition into the forefront, you need to ask for support. And you are very insecure about asking for support, asking other people to help you and fund you. And so there's something there, right? And obviously, take what resonates, leave the rest. This is a general reading. The message, I think, is different for a lot of you. But yeah, that's definitely what I see here. Now, let's go ahead and talk about a future that looks, it looks beautiful, looks great, with a bit of a warning. There's an asterisk here. And so this message is different for different people. Number one, we have a King of Swords showing up reversed, okay? Now, the King of Swords reversed is someone who's going to try and manipulate you. This is a divine male energy that's going to try and use you in some capacity. They're going to try and lie to you. They're going to try and extract value from you, manipulate you, right? So this could be an older gentleman, older person. We see him here as an older person. Also, that's for some of you. That's not for all of you. For others, it's a warning that there's going to be someone who is not very knowledgeable or doesn't really know what they're doing. And they're going to try and advise you, and they're going to try and help you, or make it seem like they're helping you, but really they don't know what they're doing themselves. They're just people who, they speak very confidently, but there's a lack of knowledge there. And so that's why this King of Swords is showing up reversed. Be very careful whose advice you listen to in the future. I think that you have everything that you need. We're reminded of your power and your ability right here with this Ten of Pentacles, right? So what the tarot is telling you is that you have everything that you need at this moment in time. There's nothing missing. And so this insecurity that we see here might push you into this King of Swords reversed energy here, someone who's really just trying to help, but they don't know how to help, or they don't have much knowledge. But they speak a big game, right? If you let them talk, they'll figure it out, right? Or they'll convince anyone, is what I'm trying to say. So be very careful with the King of Swords reversed. This person might very well just mean well, but they're not there to actually help you in any way. Now, also that King of Swords can be an aspect of you, okay? And it can be talking about missed opportunities. If you don't fulfill what you want, if you don't pursue what you desire, if you don't do what the oracles are telling you, there might be potentially some lacklusterness in the future, right? It's like at some point what you're doing might seem like, this is so boring, or this is it's a depletion of the mind, right? And so you might get to the point in the future where you want something else, and then it's going to be much harder to kind of right the ship and make these ambitions and these dreams and this thing that you love, right? It's going to make it much more difficult, right? Because so much time has passed. Now, that's the warning. That's the asterisk, all right? But what I am seeing here with this Ten of Cups is satisfaction, all right? So we move from the Ten of Pentacles on to the Ten of Cups, and this is completion in every sense of the word. This is happiness. This is joy. This is emotional satisfaction. This is that Queen of Cups together with that Ten of Pentacles. You know, it's almost like you've reached now a place of completeness, right? The past, the present will make way for a future setting where you are satisfied, where you are filled with so much happiness and joy for what you are accomplishing, for what you have accomplished, right? For what is coming. So again, you know, just a little warning there with that King of Swords. I think mostly what the cards want for you is to really believe in yourself. You know, a lot of you don't really believe in yourself. There's an insecurity there, right? And so you have to have faith and you have to have trust in yourself and your ambitions and your goals and your knowledge. Be loyal to that. Be loyal to your dreams, you know, and don't lean in the future. Don't lean too much on people, especially this divine male energy here with this King of Swords. Don't lean too much on the understanding of someone else, but instead lean on your understanding because you know best. Okay, that's what this reading is telling you. At this moment in time, you are the Ten of Pentacles. You know best. You have all of the resources. You have the best idea. You have the capacity to see things through. All right? Okay, so that is what I see here, group number 1. I want to thank you so much for watching this. Thank you for your donations. I've received donations, and I'm so happy that you guys are actually doing that. That's very nice. Thank you. Quick reminder, I am offering private readings. So if you're interested in a private reading, I'm going to leave my Etsy link in the description below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. This is a pick a card channel, you know, dedicated for exclusively pick a cards and zodiac sign readings sometimes. But anyways, comment down below as well. Give this video a like. If you comment down below, I will respond to you. Thank you once again, and bye-bye. Welcome, group number 2, to today's Pick a Card Tarot reading and Oracle reading. Now, we're going to go ahead and start with 4 Oracle cards. You picked a very beautiful door. We've got the number 42 on top of this door. All right, very beautiful. So let's put it aside and let's go one by one with our Oracle cards. The very first Oracle card is going to come from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. Let's take a look and see what spirit animal has a message for you and why are you receiving these signs from the universe. You've got Deer Spirit. Okay, and the Deer Spirit is asking you to bring a gentle touch. Group number 2. Bring a gentle touch. Interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and keep this going. The second Oracle card that we are going to utilize is from the Moonology Manifestation Oracle deck. These Oracle cards I shuffled off camera, picked randomly. So let's see what message we get from this Moonology deck. Okay, we've got last quarter moon in Pisces. Talk less, feel more. And this message is definitely more powerful for any Pisces that are out there. Sun, moon, rising. Talk less, feel more, and bring a gentle touch. Oh my. Curious to see exactly where in what area of life should you apply these to. We'll see. We'll find out. Let's go ahead and keep the Oracle cards coming. The third Oracle card is going to come from the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle. Let's see what information we have here. Alright, so we have a message. You can make it through. Your higher self is always guiding you. A question to consider: what wisdom does your higher self have for you? Interesting. Okay. That is a very interesting message. Very interesting card, right? We start with a message of being gentle or bring a gentle touch. Talk less, feel more. And now you're being reminded that you can make it through. Okay, you can make it through. Your higher self is always guiding you. So there's definitely something that I think a lot of you are working on. And you are being reminded of how powerful you are and just how resourceful and able you are. So let's go ahead and reveal a final Oracle card This is going to come from the Oracle of the Unicorns deck. Let's go ahead and take a look. Compassion, okay. And this is the card of being gentle with yourself, forgiving yourself. Forgiveness will set you free. See the light in yourself and in others. Very interesting card. Boy, oh boy. All right, so we're going to have to use the tarot to really get an understanding of what the message is. But so far, I'm picking up on relationships, right? There's a strong sense of relationships here. So for anyone that maybe potentially is going through some kind of troubles, when it comes to relationships or friends or maybe even romance, you're being asked to bring that gentle touch, talk less, feel more, feel of what's going on, right? Have compassion, be gentle, not only with them, but with yourself as well. And see the light in yourself and others. So always see the goodness. Don't focus on the negatives. I think sometimes we have a desire, or not even a desire, but there's this irkling to see the worst in people, right? And we're always kind of protecting against any kind of chaos or any troubles that might present themselves. And so I think that maybe some of you are missing out on opportunities, or you're missing out on a beautiful relationship with someone because you are weary of who this person might be, maybe potentially what they've done. So forgiveness is definitely a message here. And also a reminder that you can make it through anything, right? Your higher self is always guiding you. So there's a strong energy that's pulling you in the right direction. So there's no need to really doubt yourself, doubt where you've gone, or doubt where you've come from, or doubt the things that you are currently going through or what you're feeling. I feel like, there's wisdom that you have developed. There's wisdom, there's knowledge of certain issues that you've gained through experience, and it all boils down to you essentially getting out of your own way. That's what I see here. That's what these 4 cards are alluding to. Getting out of your own way and allowing for life to simply occur, right? I think that some of you might be trying to control a certain outcome. You're trying to be in some ways overbearing. And the more you do that, the worse the situation is going to get for you. So gentleness, right? Dear Spirit wants you to be gentle. Gentle with people, gentle with yourself, gentle with all of the things around you. Talk less, feel more. Wow. All right, so let's go ahead and reveal the tarot cards. We're going to go ahead and do a past, present, future spread with the tarot, just to get a stronger reading. I just want to know exactly what's going on with you guys. We're going to go ahead and use a different tarot deck. We're going to use the Influence of the Angels tarot for this reading. It's one of my favorites. All right, so let's go ahead and shuffle. This one we are going to throw the cards live. Let's take a look here. All right, Spirit, Universe, talk to us. What's going on? Okay, so in the past, what transpired in the past? What's going on in the past? Okay, wow. What's going on in the present? What will happen in the future? Okay. All right. Wow. A lot to talk about here. A lot to talk about for sure. So, I'm trying to connect with the cards before I even start doing the reading, because these cards are in many ways very, very, very dynamic, and I feel like, the message is for many different people. Maybe a lot of you pick this group, but in the past, we start with the 6 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. And so what I see here is you moving away from something that maybe potentially, you moving away from something that you regret, right? So we see the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords is the card of travel. It's the card of shifting and changing, right? This is a card of moving from point A to point B, but really, it talks about a journey. This can be a journey of the mind. This can be a journey actually through land, through water. But there was a journey taken, and I feel like the reason why it was because of boredom. So we have here the Four of Cups showing up. The card was reversed. This is the card of boredom. Okay, we see here someone who essentially has had enough. She's tired, she's bored, she wants something new in her life. And even though the little angel on her side is reminding her that, hey, things, and that can be, and this can be a manifestation of your higher self as well. But anyways, that little angel is reminding her that things could be better, that things are good, but unfortunately you're just not paying attention to what's good, or you're not focusing on that. You're focusing on your boredom, on what you think is in some ways, you're focusing on what's robbing you, or you were focusing on something that wasn't real. That's what I'm feeling, and that caused you to make some kind of decision to move or to leave or to just go away, because you simply just you weren't focused on the blessings that were in front of you. You were focused on your boredom. You were focused on change, right? You needed some kind of change. There was some kind of emotional disturbance going on here. Could be your surroundings, but absolutely, it was enough to make you change, to make you move, to make you go away. Now, currently, you are under a very powerful energy. You are under the energy of the Magician. And the energy of the Magician is powerful in many ways, because it pretty much talks about a manifester, a master manifester. This is the Magician that is able to take hold of any project and be successful, right? So the Magician has all of the tools at his disposal. He's got the sword, so he's got the intelligence and the mental keenness to see any trouble or any problem through, and solve that problem essentially. Then he also has the cups, so there's a sense of emotional stability, there's a sense of understanding and love that comes with it, and there's magic there as well. He also has the pentacles, so he's got money, he's got the resources to make things happen. And then finally the wand, which is the power of manifestation, willpower to make things happen, right? That's where true magic comes from. When you have the willpower to do it and you actually pursue it, magic presents itself. It becomes available to you. And so all you have to do is direct that wand towards what you want, and you can obtain it. And so it looks like presently you are in a very powerful, I guess we can say, vibrational energy, or just frequency. You're under some kind of power right now, and you're using it, okay, which is actually a very good thing. You're using that power. You're actually manifesting things that you want. Now obviously the oracle cards are giving you advice and presenting you with advice, so there's definitely something that you feel like you don't have, and it comes from the past, right? It almost feels like you're the kind of person that builds something and then you get bored and you just watch it decay, or you watch it just be, destroyed, or you just move on from that thing, right? And so whatever it was that happened back here has brought you to this place right now. And this place is a place of work, dedication, moving forward diligently, powerfully. And I feel like with the Magician, just anything that you want can be made possible at this moment in time. Whatever you desire can happen. There really aren't any limitations in front of you. I think that the biggest limitation is yourself, your outlook. There's a sense of you wanting something, but maybe there's situations around you that are not making that easy or facilitating that as much as you would like. So, it's almost like when you look at the oracle cards, right? We look at compassion. It's almost like the cards want you to just take a bit of a breather, right? Compassion, be gentle with yourself, right? Forgiveness will set you free. So whatever mistake you made back here, you have to forgive yourself, right? So think of someone that maybe moved to a location that now they're not happy with, and they wish they can just go back and live where they used to live, right? And now you're kind of dreading that you did that. Well, be gentle with yourself, right? Forgive yourself, right? And see the light in that situation. So something about you making that move potentially was necessary. Doesn't have to be a move. It can just be a change, a certain philosophy or a certain kind of doctrine or some kind of change that happened with the Six of Swords, some kind of mental change. But for others, it's a physical change. Remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. But it was because of boredom. And I think that a lot of you are kind of beating yourself up a little bit, right? So bring a gentle touch. In many ways, the deer spirit wants you to be gentle with yourself first. Talk less, feel more. I think that maybe some of you are very expressive. You're trying to be in some ways in control of the situation. Maybe you are, potentially someone who is just right now in a hurried, frenzied state of mind, and you're trying to manifest things a little too quickly. And in some ways, it is a bit of a punishment for the decisions of the past. You're punishing yourself, right? You are punishing yourself because of what you did. So you can't do that. You can't allow yourself to, you can't, right? You have to understand that every decision that you made up until this point has brought you to this magician energy. So it was necessary in some capacity for that change to occur. You just have to try and tap into the energies that are with you right now in order to be able to reach a future that you are going to be happy with. Now, let's talk about that future, all right? Because there's definitely, what I'm seeing here, a very creative kind of energy with you, group number 2. And that creative energy is going to set you free if you allow it. So let's go ahead and dive right in. We have the Queen of Swords. This is an aspect of you. The Queen of Swords is the ultimate creator of the tarot. She uses her words to, in some ways, bring life to the dead. And what I mean by that is that she, if she's a writer, for all my writers out there, she's gonna write something masterful. She's gonna bring color into this world. Also, for all of those that maybe are facing a certain problem or a situation, the Queen of Swords is the ultimate fixer. She is able to fix any problems with her keen mind, extremely intelligent. She understands where she needs to invest her time, her energy, and there's a sense of victory with this Queen of Swords. She uses her words as her ultimate weapon in order to create and bring change into this world. She starts by fixing her problems, the problems that are around her, and then she's able to, by fixing those problems, she's able to fix all of the problems of the people around her, and she does it without even knowing that she's doing it, which is a part of her genius, right? Now, with the Queen of Swords, another thing to keep in mind is that she is, and just like the magician, she is a manifester. And so that manifestation can be fully embraced and experienced if she's got a clear mind, if she doesn't have any worries, if she's not constantly in this state of panic. And I say that because you've got the Four of Swords reversed, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at the card. The Four of Swords is the card of mental peace. Okay, this is the card of the warrior that's been fighting, and now finally, he's able to come and rest. He's able to just put the swords down, no more fighting, no more challenges. All there is relaxation, peace, right? But the fact that the card came out reversed is the complete opposite of that, right? So what we have here is someone who's been kind of turned on their head, and now there's anxiety, there's worry. That anxiety is very crippling. There's this almost a fear for the future, right? There's a fear to live life. There's a fear to allow for things to happen. There's a fear to step out. There's a fear to allow for the people around you to grow, right? It's almost like a lot of you just want to hold on to whoever these people are, or you want to hold on to whatever situation you find yourself in. You want to hold on to life a little too hard, and you don't want to let it go. There's an anxiety with the Four of Swords reverse, right? And that anxiety is in some ways what's going to block the genius of the Queen of Swords. So we already know you are right now under this magician energy, the ultimate manifester, the ultimate creator, the ultimate energy of expansion. That energy is going to take form and shape with the Queen of Swords in the future. You're going to be able to use that beautiful, bountiful energy that's available with the magician, and you're going to be able to actually create something, right? So, think of an entrepreneur that creates some kind of product that fixes a major problem or issue, and now they're able to use that and to market it to a certain kind of people, and they become successful because they're able to sell this product, and they do it by fixing a big problem. So kind of think of that when I bring these two energies together, the energy of the magician and the Queen of Swords, right? So it's the same kind of energy that I'm kind of picking up on. Now, the only thing that's going to stop that from happening is your anxiety and your worries and your fears, right? We see that with the Four of Swords. So in many ways, the reading has a little bit of an asterisk. It's trying to guide you in a way for you to be able to just release that anxiety, release that fear, release that worry, so that you can tap into the ultimate creative energy of the Queen of Swords. All right, so just to kind of recap, we started with the oracles, right? With a message of bring a gentle touch. We moved on to the last quarter moon in Pisces, which means that this message is definitely much more powerful for any Pisces that are out there, sun, moon, rising. Talk less, feel more. Then we moved on to a message of you can make it through. Okay, your higher self is always guiding you. And a question that you can ask yourself is, what wisdom does your higher self have for you? And then finally, compassion. Be gentle with yourself. Forgiveness will set you free. See the light in yourself and others. So that message also speaks towards people that potentially are being indifferent towards someone else, and you don't even know why you're being indifferent. Maybe you're mad at that person because someone else is mad at them and you feel like you need to do that. It's like there's a sense of just letting go of all that bondage, letting go of the expectation, and being at peace with everyone around you, being in harmony with everyone around you, so that you can truly tap into the energy of the magician and the Queen of Swords. The more stress, the more anxiety, the worse it will be, right? We keep seeing it here. And it's showing up in a past position. We have the Four of Cups, and then it showed up in a future position with the Four of Swords. So whatever this boredom or this emotional distress that was in some ways plaguing you here in the past has turned into anxiety now in the future, or it will turn into anxiety in the future. And I feel like maybe some of that boredom has just been channeled. You feel like you've made a bad choice or a bad decision in some area, has to do with moving, going somewhere new. And now that you've maybe told yourself, I messed up, you are tapping into the greatest part of you. You're tapping into the magician. You are in some ways manifesting in just such a powerful way. All right. And I think that maybe some of you don't even see it that way. You're still kind of, stuck in the past, thinking of that, decision that you've made. And that if you keep yourself stuck in this past, I think that you're going to bring about more anxiety, right? More of that worry with the Four of Swords. So let go of it. Be in the here and the now. Okay, fall in line, fall in balance with who you are right now, which is an extremely powerful manifester. And that energy is going to lead you towards an even more powerful energy in the future. All right. So that is what I see here. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the donations. I am still shocked that some of you are actually sending me donations. Thank you so much for that. It means a lot. I am offering readings. For those of you that are interested, I'm offering private readings. I'm going to include the link to my Etsy store in the description below. Also, don't forget to comment below. I want to hear what you thought about this reading. I want to hear. I'm going to write back. If you comment, I will respond back to your comment. So leave a comment below and give the video a like as well. Thank you, seekers, and bye-bye. Welcome, group number 3, to today's Pick a Card Tarot reading. Now, in today's Pick a Card, we are going to try and find out why the universe is sending you certain signs, right? And you picked a very beautiful, beautiful door. I would love to walk into what seems to be more of like a patio door, but this is beautiful, beautiful. Let's go ahead and start with the oracles. We're going to throw 4 oracle cards, and then we're going to transition to tarot. We're going to start with the Spirit Animal Oracle. Let me show you guys the box. 1 Spirit Animal Oracle. I've already shuffled the cards off camera and just picked, these cards at random. So let's just go ahead and reveal them, shall we? All right, so you've got, oh my, squirrel spirit. And yeah, I've been seeing squirrels all over the place, so this is very powerful. Squirrel spirit. And the squirrel wants you to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, says this squirrel to you. Interesting. All right, so we're going to move on to the Moonology manifestation. Okay, and we're going to see what message we get from the Moonology. Again, shuffle that random. Let me see here. We've got first quarter moon in Aries, telling you to step into your power. Ooh, wow. Step into your power. This message this reading of this group is definitely very powerful if you are in Aries. Aries, a sun, moon, or rising sign, right? All right, so let's go ahead and move it along. We're going to throw a card from the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle. Let's go ahead and see what we get here. Okay. All right, so the message is prioritize self-love and care. When do you feel most nurtured and cared for is a question to consider. Interesting. All right, now we're going to go ahead and go through these, but first we're going to just reveal all of the cards. And then the final card is the Oracle of the Unicorn. All right, we're going to get a message from the Oracle of the Unicorn, and that message is expansion. This is my favorite card in that deck. Expansion. Spread your wings and soar. Share your message and shine your light. Show the world what you're made of. Bam! And you will. Oh my. Whew. Very powerful, powerful message, okay? From these oracle cards. 100%. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this. So we start with a message from the squirrel spirit, right? Believe in yourself is the message from this little squirrel as he holds his little nut. We know that squirrels definitely believe in themselves, right? Running around, surviving in very harsh climates and environments. They believe in themselves and they're able to, in many ways, manifest greatness for themselves in the world that they live in. Then we move to a stepping into your power. So not only are you being asked to believe in yourself, but step into your power. So what is your power, right? What are you able to do? How can you manifest? How are you in some ways good when it comes to creating something, right? Where are you most powerful? So that's a question to consider. Step into that power. Aries energy, fiery, dynamic, willpower. And then we move to a message of expansion. Okay, so we see that fire, that believe, turning into an explosive energy of expansion, of spreading your wings and soaring, sharing your message and shining your light, showing the world what you're made of, right? So, and then, we have a balancing message of prioritizing self-love and care, right? And then a question, when do you feel most nurtured and cared for? So, my goodness. I feel, group number 3, like there's definitely something beautiful inside of you that wants to come out. There's a light that wants to be shown, but for some reason, some of you are just not able to tap into that, And I think it's because, number 1, the message from the squirrel, believe in yourself. Some of you just don't believe in yourselves, and we're going to have to see why that is. We're going to use a tarot to give us a little understanding, but first we'll focus on this energy. So some of you are not believing in yourselves, and so that is the first hurdle, and a lot of you are having trouble getting through that hurdle. And if you don't, then you're never going to be able to step into your power, and you're never going to be able to experience the expansion that is going to be available to you, right? So believe in yourself. And I think that, this message, I think it's overplayed. We hear it all the time, and we tell ourselves, yeah, sure, I believe in myself. But when you are tested, right? When your ideas are tested, when you potentially find some kind of inconsistency, you tend to be very harsh on yourself, and you tend to tell yourself that you are wrong, and now you have to assess and you have to look at all areas of your life. Where have I been wrong before? And so what that does is that it keeps you in a place of paralysis. You don't move forward. You just kind of stay stuck there, quiet and silent, reassessing the life decisions and the choices that you've made. And so that can be very crippling. And so I think that the squirrel wants you to be more confident. The squirrel wants you to actually, truly believe in yourself, right? And when you are tested and when you are put up against the fire, you don't just back away from that fire. You walk through that fire and you come out on the other end, right? And once you come out on the other end, that's where the expansion takes place, right? That's where the spreading the wings and soaring takes place. Once you've been tested, once you're able to fully say, I am powerful, I know who I am, no one is better than me, right? And you aren't better than anyone else, but guess what? No one is better than you, right? So it's that mindset, right? It's that belief, it's that energy that's going to allow you to fully just break free, right? Break free from your chains, break free from any kind of negative thought patterns, or just break free from any kind of negative emotions, right? And then, very beautiful card here, right? Prioritize self-love and care. So maybe this is an area where some of you have been lacking, right? You haven't been prioritizing yourself. Maybe, if you have children, you've been maybe prioritizing them and only them. Or, for those of you that potentially are in a relationship, maybe you've just been prioritizing other people. Only you know. Take what resonates, leave the rest. But only you know exactly where you have not been nurturing yourself, and where you have not been prioritizing your care and your self-love. So that is a very powerful message for you as well. It almost feels like, this card should have been first, right? You prioritize yourself, you care about yourself, you believe in yourself, you step into your power, and boom, expansion comes. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and transition to tarot. We're going to use the tarot deck that I love. I haven't used it in a while, but we're going to use it now, the Influence of the Angels Tarot. And we're just going to go ahead and do a past, present, future spread. And we're going to ask Spirit what has happened in the past, what is currently happening in the present, and what will happen in the future. If there's any advice that comes out, we will talk about that as well. So Spirit, in the past, where was group number 3? What was going on in the past? Wow. Wow. All right, what is going on in the present moment? Okay. What is going on, or what will happen in the future for this group? Wow. A lot of fire. Group number 3, a lot of fire. Again, this message is very powerful. If you are a fire sign, especially if you're in Aries, but there's definitely a lot to go over here, right? My goodness. So in the past, we've got the energy of the Tower. In the past, we also have the energy of the Fool reversed. So we start with the Tower, right? And the Tower is the card that no one wants to get, because it's sudden, catastrophic change, okay? Where the Death card number 13, talks about change in a very profound way. This is the kind of change that no one was expecting. This is the kind of change that can be, in some ways, very eye-opening, very, heartbreaking, right? We have here a tower that you've built. You've put a lot of attention and dedication into building that tower. And boom, it all just comes crashing down one day from a lightning bolt that strikes it. So in the past, you lost something. Maybe you lost someone. Potentially some kind of project or ambitious pursuit did not pan out. Something that you held very dear just came crumbling down. Like boom, just one day. And that has led you, or the effect of that has been the Fool reversed. Okay, so the Fool is the card of newness. The Fool is the card of expansion, right? The Fool is the card of starting a new project, starting something new, and just going, right? Just moving along, just getting things done. And it's funny that we have this fool showing up, because normally the fool is just a person who's just dancing around, and running around and obviously on planet Earth, not really flying. But in this illustration, we see the fool flying, soaring above everyone else, enjoying the newness of the day. And we're reminded of the expansive energy that the oracles want you to tap into, right? So it's almost like, with this fool showing up reversed in the past, it tells me that you are paralyzed. And so, I think that paralysis has in many ways molded you into someone that doesn't want to believe too much, because you're afraid that things might happen how they happened before with that tower energy, where this thing that you believe so closely, so beautifully, came crumbling down. Or you don't want to go and experience something new because you're maybe afraid that it might be taken away, right? That energy of the tower might come and just leave you feeling, distraught. And, it's like you're kind of going through some kind of PTSD. That's what's going on here. There's some PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, that has left you in the past feeling paralyzed, unable to enjoy the present moment, unable to enjoy any new adventure or any new expression. Anything new for a lot of you is a bit of a trigger, right? I think that a lot of you are people that enjoy the here and now. That's not the right word. A lot of you are people who enjoy the familiarity of what's going on around. And if there's anything new that's introduced, there's a part of you that rejects it. And I feel that the reason why is because of this past pain that you felt, and maybe this could have been something that happened to a loved one, a parent, and you kind of picked up on that energy, and it was a part of you, right, in the past. And in the present, we have the Knight of Wands. And so the Knight of Wands is someone who is wanting for greatness, right? This is someone that's pursuing it, someone that's moving forward. So there is a strong desire for that change. I think that a lot of you are breaking free of the past. All right, this pattern that we see here in the past, you're breaking free out of it. I think that you're being asked to continue moving forward from this, right? We see the Knight of Wands, moving away from this, right? We see the Knight of Wands taking off in the opposite direction. So in many ways, there's haste, there's forward moving momentum. The Knight of Wands is one of the quicker cards of the deck, right? This is the card that says, let's go, let's move. Let's get it going. We're not going to stay stuck here. We want change. We want prosperity. We're going to go out and get it, right? That's what the Knight of Wands essentially is. And so right now, that's where you are. You're a go-getter. You're getting it done, right? You are getting it done. But the fact that we've got this past tells me that potentially it's still getting in the way of your progress, right? The reason why you got the Knight of Wands and not the King of Wands is because a part of you is still fearful of what can happen and still kind of clinging on to this, right? And so it's almost like what the cards are telling you is to shed that skin completely. Shed it, shed it, shed it. Keep moving forward as diligently as you are so that you can find the balance that you are desiring, right? And always remember, prioritize self-love and care, right? And ask yourself, when do you feel most nurtured and cared for? And make sure that you are pursuing that. But I think that a lot of beautiful things are about to happen for you. I think that there is an energy of expansion. There is an energy of progress. There is an energy of true manifestation. If only you're able to fully 100%, not 90%, not 80%, 100% believe that you can do it. Believe in yourself. You're going to be able to step into your power, and that expansion will come. And so we see more fire in the future. Okay, more fire in the future. And I think that it comes with a warning, just a little asterisk. Let's go ahead and talk about that warning first, and then we'll move on to the Two of Wands, which is much more of a positive energy. But anyways, the warning is halted progress is the warning. Okay, so you've got the Eight of Wands reversed. The Eight of Wands is the card of forward moving momentum and progress, right? We have here the angel sounding the trumpets of change, possibly even war, right? To speak in epic terms. And so what this angel is doing is, this angel is heralding a time of true expansion, right? It's essentially, the Eight of Wands is the expansion card, right? It's the expansion card of the tarot. And so when we see this Eight of Wands showing up reversed, what we're essentially seeing is that expansion not happening, right? That expansion being halted, the expansion not taking place. And so the reason why is because of what we've already discussed, right? The oracles have already given us an understanding of what might happen that would keep you in a place of stasis where you're not moving forward. And the thing is, right now, currently, you are in the right energy, right? You are in the energy of the Knight of Wands. So you're on your way. Everything that you're seeing, all of the signs that you're picking up on are there to tell you you are doing the right thing. You are moving in the right direction. You're taking care of the things you need to take care of. You're headed in the right area. But be very wary. Okay, if you don't prioritize your self-love and care, if you don't believe in yourself fully, and if you're not going to be able to step into your power, and that expansive energy is not going to show its face, it's not going to be available to you, right? And so, in many ways, you are being told by the cards and by the signs that you are receiving that you are a powerful, powerful manifester, a powerful being. One of the sentences that we got here was, show the world what you're made of, okay? We don't get a message like that if you're made of crap, okay? We get a message like that when you have an intestinal fortitude that very few are able to match, right? We get that message when you are a powerful, powerful manifester. And so, you have to use that power. You have to realize that you have that power. A lot of you don't realize that you have the power. A lot of you maybe are second guessing that power. You tell yourself, no, 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 no. Maybe there's a victim mentality here, right? And so move away from that. Move away from that, because it's all going to be very crippling to you moving forward. We already know where you're going. We already know what you're going to manifest. But it's important for you to keep moving and striving. And that's the only way. Now, with the Two of Wands, what we see is promise. All right? It's funny, but, we have here 50-50. You either do it or you don't, right? So with the Two of Wands, what we have is essentially you reaching that expansive energy. All right? And the thing with the twos is duality. It's for me, the twos are reaching a place where you can't be knocked from that place, right? It's like reaching a place where your plans, your ambitions, your goals are so aligned that it's almost impossible for you not to be able to fully obtain what you have set out to obtain. And so with the Two of Wands, what we have here is a planner. We have here a maverick. We have here this person who's very entrepreneurship, right? In their energy, in their fulfillment, and what they want to truly manifest. And so this is the planner. This person is planning for something, and now they're just waiting patiently for it to happen, right? And so I feel like with the Two of Wands, you're just getting a reminder that, hey, there's a 50-50 shot here. You're either gonna reach the Two of Wands, which is an energy of stability, an energy of knowing what are the next steps and actually following through, expansion, or you have the complete opposite of that, which is stasis. You're just kind of stuck. You're just waiting. You're kind of expecting for life to happen around you instead of you making life happen for you, right? You've reached a place where you're not creating anymore. You're just expecting for things to be created around you. And when you step into that energy, that is an energy of death. That is the energy of the Fool reversed. You are not in alignment with a creative change that is demanded of us living on this physical plane. And so, you are being asked to tap into that fiery energy, to acknowledge and understand the power that is inside of you, take responsibility, and make it happen, baby. Make it happen. Right? So that is what I see here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you. Thank you for your donations. I'm still surprised that you guys are actually sending me donations. Thank you so much for those donations, for the ones that have sent. Also, I'm offering private readings. If you are interested in a private reading, it's, you'd have to go through my Etsy store. That's the only place where I accept reading requests. So I'm going to leave the link in the description below. Comment down below, seekers. I want to hear from you. If you comment, I've been writing back. I read every single comment. I love hearing from you guys. Obviously I'm talking to a camera right now, so I can't see your faces, right? And so there's a bit of a missing element there. So I want to hear from you. I want to read your words, and I will respond back. Also, don't forget to give the video a like as well, and to subscribe if you haven't already. This is a pick a card channel, and this is what you're going to get here. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you once again, and bye-bye.